The mystery revealed in this special almost ruined this for me. Why? Because for one, Jupiter may have a reason to do all this, but it was way too far, even for her. And secondly, it kind of makes me almost depressed of why this special exists. Unlike the last special, well, its reasonings are really weak and just makes the things even more cliched. This one is just... what do I have to say this? Obviously predictable. That's why the second reason of this almost ruined this for me. And as for the third and major reason, despite the fact that I can understand what she's coming from, I'm sorry. She's even less interesting to me than Glossy or Daisy. And I'll get to my rant soon enough. I'm halfway done with this. My point is that she isn't hateable, but she isn't lovable or likable or even tolerable because of how predictable she's going through. And trust me, the next special, oh boy, I have a lot to say about the third special because you aren't gonna like me of what I'm gonna say, but you're gonna have to understand of where I'm coming from. Did I like this? Kind of. I mean, I kind of enjoy this, but it's not something that is better than Friendship Games or Legend of Everfree, because those movies are even better, even if this is a 22-minute special. Anyway, there's one more special in Magical Movie Night, and can this last special completely redeem everything in this? Will it make the first two specials worth the wait? Let's find out. The final special is Movie Magic. Okay, you pretty much need to take a deep breath and listen to what I'm going to say. This, in my opinion, is the worst out of the three specials. I'll explain all about that when I'm done with the story. This followed the events after Movie Magic, and I will admit, it's something that I kind of liked in this episode. But just so you know, we're at the beginning, and we just started. Sunset Shimmer is running out of pages in her journal, and she needs more. And the situation that she's going through is that she sees magic going haywire. In case you haven't seen at the end of Legend of Everfree, obviously the portal is leaking more magic because of the statue that Midnight Sparkle destroyed. Oh my god. That would be something interesting in this, right? Right? As for Jimpo, she has to go get a job because of her father wants her to make her feel better, at least being part of the movie thing. Unfortunately, magic from the statue went into the mall and it completely went into one of the meals. And of course, the meals do very dangerous things. And man, this is gonna explode my anger. Trust me, I have a lot to say about this. Anyway, back to Sunset Shimmer. She got a message from Princess Twilight, and she comes back to Equestria. However, Princess Twilight is just doing princess's work and stuff like that. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Princess Twilight isn't in this special. Oh my god, I'll explain all about this after I review Magical Movie Night, because I have so much to talk about. Instead, she meets Starlight Glimmer, and despite how people love this, I'm sorry. I found this very predictable on what's gonna happen next. Of course, them hanging out may be fun, but for me, it really doesn't, especially that it takes ideas from the first movie, which isn't anything new, since we've always seen all that with Princess Twilight. To me, Starlight Glimmer being here is just... she's just there, basically. She's just there. Why do I not like the relationship between these two characters? It's predictable again. Why do I think all these specials are predictable? Again, wait until I'm done with all the specials. Meanwhile, the main six meet Jupiter, who is taken a job by the movie theater, and then she shows them her magical meal. Obviously, you pretty much know what's gonna happen. the magic meal completely sucks in the main six. And one of the magic from them is getting into Jimpo. Oh my god. Things are just getting even more worse and worse. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. This is the only scene that is actually one of the best from the specials. We get more development for Sunset Shimmer, and even without Princess Twilight, I think that Starlight Glimmer just being at this moment is kind of good. But it's the only time I can actually like in the special. Because, oh my god, everything just falls. I'm not kidding, it really does. I know people really love this, but I'm sorry. This really falls flat. Especially that the main six didn't do anything in this. I mean, they tried to get out of the magical meal, but... oh my god. Oh my god. The crystal magic that the main seven got from the last movie comes to Jumbo, which means that she gets corrupted by magic for a fourth time in this spin-off series. Me just yelling at that, you pretty much know what I'm gonna say next. And who saves the day? Starlight Glimmer. By explaining everything about friendship and what to do the right thing. I would call this terrible, but I've seen a lot of this time and time again. And there's nothing new about this, especially that this is the third time I've seen this. The first time was in Equestria Girls, while Princess Twilight defeated Sunset Shimmer, and Sunset Shimmer just trying to stop Midnight Sparkle. Really nothing special. Anyway, Jimbo is back to normal. And my opinions on her hasn't changed whatsoever. It really didn't. And as for the ending of this, you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but I really hate the ending of this special. You see, before going to Canterlot High again, Sunset Shimmer is completely afraid that Princess Twilight is okay with this. And considering the fact that she never appeared in this episode, and the fact that she didn't know that Starlight Glimmer was going with Sunset Shimmer, guess what? She was actually okay with it. Oh my god. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Why do I have a problem with this? It's because this is a very serious situation. I mean, I get there was no humanized Starlight Glimmer in Equestria Girls yet. But still. Why would Princess Twilight be okay with this? I mean, Starlight Glimmer can be independent, but the issue with that is that she should make sure that no one should enter Canterlot High. And the fact that Princess Twilight never knows of any of this is just pretty sad. Really, really sad. Why is this an issue for me? It's not because of Princess Twilight now returning, it's because of how forced of Sunset Shimmer's and Starlight Glimmer's relationship is. Now, before you ask, I do not despise the interactions between Starlight Glimmer and Sunset Shimmer, because for one, people really want to see this, and I did want to see this. However, the fact that Princess Twilight doesn't return to Equestria Girls is just sad. I'll get all that straightened out after this. And as for the return of Jimpo, oh no, oh my god. Ugh. In one of my subscribers' channels, I commented on his video and then I said something like this. The M-A-D. You want to know what those initials are? I'll tell you those. Magic or drugs. Ugh. In case if you don't know, I'm actually pretty mad about this. Because of course, this is the fourth time they have done this, and nothing new. And not only that, Jimpo's character doesn't improve anything because it's still the same thing we see from Sunset Shimmer, Human Twilight, and Glossio Daisy. But unlike those characters, this one is even more worse. Why? I'll talk about the other characters. You see, in the first time they did it, it was fine because Sunset Shimmer didn't know that there was another way, that there's magic coming from different worlds. And the fact that she didn't get what she wanted was understandable of why she acted the way she is in Equestria Girls. And you know what? It was okay. Because it was the first time they ever did it. And that never became a problem with me when I watch Equestria Girls. Yes, people have issues with it, but for me, I can let it slide. As for Human Twilight, she really just wants to learn about magic, and even if this may be the second time, it was fine because for one, she never had any friends whatsoever, and her development in friendship games is just brilliant. And even though that Midnight Sparkle appeared again in Legend of Everfree, it's because of her character haunting Human Twilight, because of Human Twilight not controlling or embracing her magic. And that was a fine thing. It just gives more character to Human Twilight. And that's why people love Human Twilight so much. Even though Legend of Everfree isn't one of my favorites from the trilogy. And as for Glossio Daisy, it gave me the thinking that magic are drugs. And didn't give me the knowing, it just gave me thinking that magic are drugs. Because it made me more confused. This was the third time they have made magic a corruption problem. And even though it's really nothing that I can hate about Glossio Daisy, because Glossio Daisy has a reason on why she was in this situation. She just wants to make Camp Everfree the best camp ever. And even though I didn't like her character, at least I can understand her now. Unlike the last time I watched this movie. However, when the fourth time happens... However, when they do it for a fourth time to another character who didn't get much development and is so cliche and predictable, it makes everything even more worse because it just makes Jumper a plot device. That's all I have to say. Now look, I can understand on what she's coming from, but what she did was even more worse. Here, however, it's not only predictable, but it's even far worse, considering that she doesn't learn anything from her limits. And the magic completely goes inside of her. She does the exact same things of what Glossio, Sunset Shimmer, and Twilight did all along. Nothing is new, and you pretty much know on what's gonna happen at the end. They completely use the magic things all the time in the spin-off series. And the only time that they did something different was in Rainbow Rocks. And the sad thing about this is the magic corrupting people is literally the only thing that this spin-off series has in order to make more sequels. The Dazzlings are basically the only characters in these movies have different skills and know how to use their silent spell, and it has nothing to do with magic corrupted whatsoever. And you know what the most sad thing about this whole thing is? The Dazzlings are not even part of the Equestria Girls world. They're from Equestria. And yes, I did my research on these three characters. And the sad thing about it is that I don't think that even if they're in Equestria Girls or after the events of Rainbow Rocks, they're probably never going to be used again.